Welcome to Spidell's Federal Tax Minute. I'm your host, Catherine Sedan. This week we're covering the changes to various energy credits and incentives under the OBBBA. For a deep dive into the provisions of the new bill, attend Spidell's 2-hour webinar, Understand the New One Big Beautiful Bill Act. For a list of dates and times to choose from, go to spidell.com and click Webinars. One of the big revenue raisers in the One Big Beautiful Bill Act is the early repeal of the energy credits and incentives enacted and/or modified by the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022. This is a summary of the repeal dates of the credits that will have the greatest impact on our non-energy producing clients. All 3 clean vehicle credits are repealed for vehicles acquired after September 30th, 2025. The 3 clean vehicle credits are the previously owned clean vehicle credit, the clean vehicle credit, and the qualified commercial clean vehicle credit. Additionally, OBBBA eliminates both the energy efficient home improvement credit and the residential clean energy credit, also known as the home solar credit, after December 31st, 2025. And it eliminates the alternative fuel vehicle refueling property credit, the energy efficient commercial building deduction, and the new energy efficient home credit after June 30th, 2026. Regarding the IRC Section 168 5-year recovery period for energy property, OBBBA repeals the 5-year recovery period for energy property applicable to property that begins construction after December 31st, 2024. Regarding the IRC Section 48 Cap E Clean Electricity Investment Credit and IRC Section 45 Cap Y Clean Electricity Production Credit, applicable to facilities for which construction begins after July 4th, 2026, the credits are repealed for wind and solar technology for facilities placed in service after 2027. This means the post-2027 repeal date does not apply if the construction of the facility begins no later than July 4th, 2026. But the early termination does not apply to energy storage technology for purposes of the IRC Section 48 Cap E investment credit. OBBBA also tightens restrictions regarding sourcing supplies from foreign entities of concern for facilities that begin construction after December 31st, 2025. And the credit is no longer available to taxpayers who lease the property to a third party, applicable to tax years beginning after July 4th, 2025. On July 7th, the White House issued an executive order to strictly enforce the termination of clean electricity production and investment tax credits under IRC Sections 45 Cap Y and 48 Cap E for wind and solar facilities. The executive order states that within 45 days following the enactment of OBBBA, which was July 4th, 2025, the Secretary of Treasury will issue new and revised guidance to ensure that taxpayers do not circumvent policies concerning the beginning of construction for wind and solar projects. Specifically, the executive order mentions preventing the artificial acceleration or manipulation of eligibility and restricting the use of broad safe harbors unless a substantial portion of a facility has been built. Sign up for Spidell's quarterly federal tax update webinar and you'll get reliable and pertinent updates on trending tax topics. Get details on this subscription webinar series and register for a full year of updates or just a single session at spidell.com under webinars. That's all for this week. Join us next time for another episode of Spidell's Federal Tax Minute.